Dallas Morning News. Just that game-winning drive in general, and especially the recovering the fumble and then the fourth down play. What is the walk us through all that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's interesting. We put a lot of time into the last play of the game. Frankly, the history of playing this team, it always comes down to the last play of the game. So I just thought our guys just held their composure, just kept playing. It was a different surface, just because of the weather and the moisture. We knew the ball was going to be alive, and it was certainly for us at times. But yeah, I just think the resiliency of our football team was on display tonight.
Clarence Hill, I'll say Dallas. Dak didn't have his best game. There was no that sort of questionable interceptions. Can you just talk about how he played in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I thought he had three different lineman positions. We had some things going on up front, and this team can rush the passer. I mean, just their outside pressure. Cam Hayward's found the fountain youth. This is an excellent defensive front. We felt that way coming in. Obviously, if you take a close look of how we tried to protect against them, it shows the respect that we have for their front. But yeah, so you can see he was getting some push early. He was getting on his back foot. But I thought the completion, composure was there. It was just some miscommunication on the first interception down there where we were trying to. They had a late substitution. The corner was down into the boundary, so we tried to go quickly 4 verticals. So I was unfortunate on that one. And then really the big shot there in the fourth quarter. They were playing cloud to CD. Pretty much a lot of the day. So we tried to attack the middle of the field there with CD, and then obviously when the conversion of the coverage, then took the shot on the outside. So that's a competitive interception. Those things happen, but. Other than that, I mean, the specifics of everything, I got to look at the tape. But I thought he played very well, and kept us, in the game. We were extremely productive against a really good defense. We moved up and down the field. We got to score points in the red zone, and most importantly, we got to get rid of these penalties. These not only the number, but the critical penalties on third down and red zone. That's been our challenge all year, and it was a little bit of a challenge tonight. But that's a hell of a team win for us.
Can you talk about his composure, after all of that, interceptions, whatever, getting on that ball and then... Oh, yeah, no,
his composure is a huge strength of his. He's the same man every day, way he works and the way he competes. Yeah, he doesn't blink. I mean, he's not he doesn't dwell on mistakes, so, yeah, he never blinked one time during that game. So, I mean, there was never a doubt that we weren't going to go down and score. We were just trying to really manage things against that defensive front, and I thought our guys up front and Rico and Zeke, I thought they did a great job running the ball in the second half.
Mike, Todd Archer, they called the timeout after you guys called the timeout. You switched personnel groups. Were you anticipating that? Was there any change that you guys went?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were just watching the communication. Probably no different than they were doing. They were trying to. We call it a Kodak. Take a picture of the. The formation, common knowledge too is, maybe make the offensive guy go to his second call. So I was in between 2 calls there. Liked the information that we saw, when they called the timeout. So I actually changed the call there for the 4th down call. And, Dak just did a great job of, I wanted a little more protection, because we had a chip on T.J. Watt there. So, it's a play that we run a lot and practice a lot, and he had great patience, and JT did a great job putting that ball in that front pylon.
You talked about the beginning, and it shows the resiliency of the team. To win it without Parsons and Lawrence and all the guys that weren't here tonight, and the guys who went down in the game. Is this something that can carry over, do you think, or is it a week-to-week league in some of the
no, this is building. It's all about stacking success. A big chunk of confidence comes out of this win. Make no mistake about it. We beat an excellent football team in an excellent environment. We have 3 road wins already. So these things all carry forward. This game's about confidence. At the end of the day, as your confidence rises, your opportunity to win increases. That's held true in this league. A lot of times it's not who you play; it's when you play them. And injuries are part of the game. So I know our guys back home are proud of us, but this is the expectation. And our guys stepped up. You can see it in practice. So I wasn't I wasn't concerned coming into this. We had a good week of practice, and it's very rewarding for the locker room when they go out there and put it out there, and it carries over to the win. So and hey, you got the rain delay, and you had all kinds of things going on today, and these guys didn't blink. It's been a long day. Hell, it's Monday already. So.
John Machado with The Athletic. Taking all that into account, the rain delay, the way the game ended, getting a big win, getting that winning record 3-2, and also for you to be able to walk off the field in Pittsburgh getting a win. What are your emotions right now?
I mean, it feels great. First time I've been part of a victory here. So, but I do mean this. At the end of the day, this is about the players. This is a players' game. I'm blessed to be part of the NFL for as long as I've been. I have tremendous respect for this organization, the Rooney family. So, but yeah, this game's about the players. I mean, these guys poured it out there. I mean, both sides. I mean, that was, I would have paid to, I'd have paid to watch that game tonight without a doubt. I mean, and we knew it too. Mike Tomlin and I talked about it in pregame. These two franchises have had historic games. And they said, hey, let's do it again. So that was a hell of a game, hell of a football game.
Yeah, Mike, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Obviously, with the injury to Brandon Cooks, one of the questions entering this game was how would the young wide receivers outside of CeeDee Lamb step up? Jalen Tolbert, 87 yards to lead the team.
Yeah.
Touchdown. Talk about his day.
Yeah, definitely. Competitive is, these guys compete, and it just, and you probably get tired of hearing me say, I just love to see him and, JB and, Terp, and, it's good to get Flo out there also to see all these guys have an opportunity because they put the work in, and you could see it. I mean, one of the biggest indicators of where a young receiver is in his, in his flight going through the league is how the quarterback looks to him. When your quarterback comes off his back foot and doesn't even care who's out there, or just when we're playing attack the defense and you don't worry about who's playing where, those are good times. Those are potentially great times. So you can see that Dak has excellent confidence in those guys, and that's really the biggest compliment because that tells you clearly that they've done the work. They're connected. Their time clocks are aligned, and at the end of the day, we just got to keep working. Hopefully, continue to have a lot more success, and that's where the confidence increases, and that's really what this game's all about.
Aaron Cousins, Lone Star Live. I guess first, do you have any updates on Marshawn and the other guys?
Do not talk to Marshawn briefly. So until we get him scanned and everything, we're not truly going to know. But it's the first time he's had a knee injury, so he's in good spirits.
And then, how did you guys handle the delay? What kind of stuff did you do?
Just kept the players posted. I think it's important. Just like anytime you go through those, I've been through it before. So had a 30-minute, then it went to an hour. So just kept posted. They took their pads off. Everybody made them comfortable. These music and things like that. They stayed loose. So I think the 15-minute warm-up was perfect. But yeah, no, it was. Yeah, no one really blinked. And I think it showed the way we came out. Part of the reason why we want to take the ball and get up and get going. So I thought our guys handled it very well.
You talk about the line guys going in and out and the decision to move Tyler Smith to left tackle. How much work has he got to left tackle this year?
He's been working probably since the last 2 weeks of training camp we started that. Yeah, so we've been rolling that through. Tyler Guyton had to, he was sicker for a while in training camp, so we started working that process.
Just how you guys handled all that. I mean, Nealon goes down, I think you had three defense men left on the roster. Rotate.
Yeah, we had some of the guys at linebacker ready for that. So I mean, it's this was a different lineup that we had today. It's the first time I've ever had 6 linebackers up, and I think it showed on special teams. So, and I think it definitely helped the D linemen that they only had a focus clearly on defense. Defense. They didn't have any special teams participation. So I think their roles and responsibilities were clearer, cleaner for them, I should say. And I like the way that looked, just as far as the way, I'm talking about the whole preparation part of it through practice and so forth. And our substitutions were better on the sideline. I thought we were a lot cleaner there, and that helps. I mean, it's part of, like I say, whether calling offensive plays or defensive calls, quick calls better than a late one. So, it's like just getting them in there, getting the substitution. So I thought we had really good flow.
Sticking with the defense, so much talk about stopping the run and how you guys stopped the run tonight.
What's that? Do we want-
Just asking 12 questions.
No, it's just,
It's late, David. Just hang in there. Yeah, so.
it's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. Yeah, they did a hell of a job. No, I just we're 2 weeks. We're stacking there. I mean, it's 2 weeks in a row, and we got another big challenge coming here with the Lions. So yeah, it's once again it's playing together. The details and the discipline of it. I think we can continue to get more hits on the ball. We're there. I thought our footwork, as far as the approach, whether it's tackling and getting off blocks, was better tonight. But there's definitely more to. I'll be honest. I thought our guys handled the surface. It was a soft surface, after the rain, and we're down there in Texas. We don't wear 7 studs a lot and so forth. So just footing and things like that. I thought they handled the whole challenge of today, and that definitely helps you with your run defense. David, oh sorry.
What do you make of Rico's performance over the last couple of weeks and what it's
Yeah.
tonight?
I mean, that's who Rico is, and that's really what we get to see. I mean, he's a bull and ball full of butcher knives, his running style, and I just think first couple of weeks he was probably a little quick on his courses. I thought he ran with a lot more patience and discipline, and when he hits that second level, he's all gas and physicality. So I thought he had a really nice night.
Along with that, you talked so far up to this point about needing more attempts in the run game.
Yeah, how many did you get? I didn't see the
Not
stat.
what you want.
What did we end up with? Did you get? No, seriously.
I didn't have the time.
Oh, I didn't either. How many attempts do we have? We get over 30? 31? Okay, we got to stay up here. But, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So, I mean, we definitely – I think if you can draw up an ideal night for ball distribution, you want to be north of 30 runs and north of 30 passes. That's definitely a world that I like to live in because I know we're distributing the football.
Sure.
Hey, Mike, excuse me.
You're all right.
It's Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back to Dak, there's a couple things. One, what went through your mind when you saw him dive in for that fumble down at the end? And then
You better get the ball. Yeah.
Which he did.
Yeah, no, he did a great job.
But when you see that happen and
Yeah.
the game's on the line,
Yeah.
what does that say about it?
Yeah, no, it's football. I mean, that's who he is. He would not expect anything less. And, that was a big play. Some of the biggest plays you make as a quarterback is in that position, so that's why you keep playing. Yeah, I mean, he kept it alive. And we're first and goal at the 1. Now we're back at the 5 or 6, wherever he ended up. So, that was a huge play in the game, getting that ball back.
Even in knowing, just the composure you talked about, the leadership, the player he's been, when you don't have Parsons and you don't have DeMarcus, does that add even more pressure, for lack of a better word, for Dak to kind of?
I hope not. I hope not. I hope he looks at it the same way he does every day, because that's that's the way I want him to approach it. But yeah, we haven't talked about that because he's going to come in and work. I mean, he's super consistent in his approach and his energy. So yeah, I don't. I mean, hey, trust me, we all know what D-Law and Micah, and Brandon mean to our football team. So I'm not trying to dismiss that at all. But this is the ultimate team game, and that's why, when that 90-man roster is finalized, it's important to make sure that everybody's connected, trained, and it's. I say it all the time. I've been part of one Super Bowl champion. And, it took 77 players to get that done, and that's something that I hold to the forefront of our thinking. But not only that, our operation. So, in times like this is when it shows.
Last one. Mike, being from the Pittsburgh area, how did you communicate to your team that the environment they were going into from their unique perspective?
I mean, we had a few guys that played up here in 16. So. Yeah, it's we got a number of guys on our staff from Pittsburgh. So, but yeah, they heard heard some music this week just to make sure they're ready. But no, hey, this generation of NFL players, I mean, they're probably in my time in the league, I think they're not only so in tune with what's going on in the world, but definitely with other teams in the NFL. So we were well schooled on the terrible towels and in Renegade and all those things. So, my message to them was just to enjoy it. It's a great atmosphere to compete in, and, and I think they really did. I think they enjoyed everything about it. I mean, I know talking earlier the week with Zach Martin, he said this was his favorite place to play, so on the road. So, you got to take these moments in like this because it's, it goes fast. I mean, it goes fast. So we just enjoyed the experience.
Sorry, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.